Hey guys, what's up? Power Up Boxing here. Sad day in boxing. We've got a robbery, and it's really disappointing because you got a guy who's dominating the fight. He drops the guy. He throws more punches. He's the aggressor. He lands more punches, and he's the champion, and he still loses. He inflicts more damage, you name it. The only thing he didn't do was knock him out. So really, it's really a shame, to be honest. And what's really going to be, I'm mad and irritated because we've seen this in boxing before. We've seen it with Pacquiao versus Timothy Bradley. And you see it on a lot of undercard fights, actually, on a lot of unknown, like not very well known fights. You see it, like PBC and undercards and not well known fighters. You see the favored fighter getting the gift decision. You see it a lot there. But when it comes to high profile fights, you don't see it as much, but you do get weird scorecards. But it's a big outrage when you get it, a big robbery like this. And I think this would be the equivalent if they gave it to Jesse Vargas versus Manny Pacquiao. It really is. If you think about it, like obviously there's differences, but Pacquiao dropped Vargas and controlled the fight, didn't get the knockout. Vargas was in the fight, and that's like rewarding it to Jesse Vargas. Uh, and it's really, it's really a shame, to be honest. Um, I don't know what the judges were thinking, and actually, I do know what they're thinking. There's obviously an agenda there, because hold on a sec, guys. This darn cat, he wants in. Hey, come on. Every time I shut my door, the cat wants in. Come on, come on, come on. See, he thought Kovalev won too, eh? You thought Kovalev won? Go on. Get out of here. Yeah, so anyway, hold on a sec. He's gonna try to eat the dog's food here. Alright, so anyway. Yeah, so where was I? It's a shame, it's a disappointment. This is why boxing is losing. I actually tweeted that. This is why boxing is losing. Hashtag Kovalev Ward, robbery, hashtag Kovalev Ward, hashtag boxing, hashtag HBO pay-per-view. I'm glad I don't pay for fights like this because I'd be really outraged. Or if I bet on Kovalev, I'd really be outraged, I'll tell you that. But anyway, I'm mad as it is as a boxing fan. We're getting cheated. We're getting tricked. And like I said, yeah, the judges have an agenda. The American fighter, they want him to win, right? All three American judges, I think, or I think maybe two of them out of the three, I forget now. But not only that, it's a lot of politics, and it's just bullshit, really. I've never seen a fighter who inflicts such little damage on a fighter and won the fight. I've never seen a fighter like that inflicted such little damage and he gets the fight. He gets dropped and he wins the fight. And what's really going to be bad about this is you're going to have those Ward fans who are going to say, oh, it was a close fight and I gave Ward the edge. Good decision. It was close, though. You're going to hear that, and that's going to be really irritating. And hopefully you hear the boxing analysts and boxing YouTube channels. Hopefully you don't see say Ego Boxing or Dante's Boxing Nation. Hopefully you don't see them saying, oh yeah, Ward won, it was a close fight though, I had Ward winning, he edged it. I hope you don't hear that, because if you do hear that, I'm gonna lose confidence in their boxing knowledge and the way they judge a fight. I'm gonna lose. I'm honestly, I don't even want to watch boxing anymore after this fight, to be honest. And I say that after every robbery I see. I'm really sick of boxing for that time period. And usually, like I said, you get these robberies for the lower fights, so it's still bad, but it's obviously not a pay-per-view, like it's not the main event. So you're outraged, but you're not, since it's not the main event, you can kind of look past it. But really, if you're that fighter and you're in his camp, that fighter that got robbed, that's sad, really. But when you have, for a fan, when it happens in a main event, it's even worse. It makes you lose, you just don't want to watch boxing, to be honest. And especially, like I said, the fighter who won didn't deserve to win, and he honestly, he didn't do nothing to win. He it's a shame. And now the number one pound for pound guy is going to be a guy that's not really number one pound for pound. So really, it's they're cheating the boxing fans, and it's just, everyone knows who won the fight. Everyone knows who was the superior fighter. It was clear. There was actually a point in the fight, round 10, where I said it's done. Like, there's no way Andre Ward can win. He would actually have to get multiple knockdowns in each of the 11th and the 12th round, or he would have to knock Kovalev out to win. Like, that's pretty much it. Like, I actually stopped even. I wasn't even on the edge of my seat after round 9 and 10. I think it was after round 9 or 10. I wasn't on the edge of my seat anymore because I knew the fight was over, and I knew Kovalev knew he won, and it was just, you know what I mean. And you saw it when they read the scorecards. I was shocked by how close it was, and I'm like, and even before the scorecards, I'm like, I hope there isn't a robbery. I hope there isn't a robbery. No, we got a robbery. And even if Kovalev won by 1 point, that'd still be a bad decision. That'd be a robbery. Bad decision. And even Andre Ward's face when they said, when he was reading the scorecards, Andre Ward looked like he didn't win. He was waiting for Kovalev's name to be called, and he looked defeated, if you ask me. He looked like he knew the outcome, and he knew he lost. And but Max Kellerman asked him that. He said, "No, Max, why are you saying I felt like that?" It's a bunch of bullshit. And then you got Max saying, "Oh, it was a close fight. It could have went either way." That's bullshit, Max. He's just kissing ass there because he works with Andre Ward. He wants to be that guy in the middle. He gives a fair shake to everyone, but really there is no fair shake here because Kovalev clearly won. So don't try to be in the middle ground when you know Kovalev won, and he tries to be all politically correct. He tries to be all, like I said, he's kissing ass because he doesn't want to sit down with Andre Ward or when he's commentating with him, and he wants to be cool with him. So really, that's just soft of Max Kellerman right there. And Harold Letterman knew what was going on. He knows what's up. Harold Letterman. I almost always agree with his card. Probably, I would say over 90% of the time I agree with his card. I did in this fight. Actually, I disagreed, I think, on one round he gave to Kovalev, but I thought Andre Ward won it. So I did disagree on one round, but still, on the actual decision, who won the fight, clearly Sergey Kovalev won this fight. He was the superior fighter, the clear winner. It wasn't close, I don't think. It wasn't close. Like, some of the rounds were close, but the fight itself was not close. Clearly. A guy threw more, he was more active, the aggressor, all that. Landed more power shots, threw more power shots, dropped the guy. And Sergey Kovalev knows what's up. He says, "Here are all my witnesses," and everyone cheered because he knows. He knows that he won the fight. I think there is a rematch clause, but really, I honestly don't want to see the fight again because it's going to be the same thing. If Kovalev does not knock out Andre Ward, it's just going to be the same thing. Andre Ward trying to survive. Andre Ward picking, pot-shotting, but not enough to win the fight. So, yeah, it's really a shame. Kovalev lost all his titles. He's not undefeated officially. My prediction was wrong. I thought Kovalev was going to win. He didn't. But really, he did. But I'm saying officially I was wrong. And never did I expect it to be a robbery. But there was. And Kovalev's got to knock him out, I guess, to win, to be honest. Because this is just, it's ridiculous, really. Anyway, Andre Ward, he can't handle the strength and the power of Kovalev. It was apparent. Uh, Kovalev's too strong for him. You've seen it throughout the early part of the fight. Later in the fight, he started coming back a bit more because Kovalev he threw way more punches. So it is like obviously he's going to be more fatigued. But still he kept the pressure on. Andre Ward started doing a bit better, but not enough to win the fight. And it's really astounding that how the judges had it 114, 113, all of them for Andre Ward. So that's pretty much you can't even what do you call it, debate the first 4 rounds. Kovalev won round 1, he won round 2, he won round 3, he won round 4. He was dominating those 4 rounds. He got plus a knockdown, so an extra point. So for Andre Ward to get the scorecard he got, that means Andre Ward round 5, Andre Ward round 6, Andre Ward round 7, Andre Ward round 8, Andre Ward round 9, Andre Ward round 10, Andre Ward round 11, Andre Ward round 12. Are you kidding me? What are the judges? The judges are blind. And, boxing's going to this is really discouraging, to be honest. And when you get fights like this, it really turns off boxing fans. It obviously doesn't turn off those fans that liked Ward, but really, as the casual fan who doesn't have a connection to either fighter is going to be really turned off by this. That a fighter who inflicted way less damage wins a fight on the back foot, it's just crazy. It's absurd. And it's a travesty. It really is a travesty. It's really boxing judging's a mess when it comes to fights sometimes. It really is a mess. And I really just don't know what is going on, but something is going on and it's not right. And Max knew he's bullshitting. It wasn't close. He knew who he won. And even if he thought it was close, he knew who edged the fight out. He knew it was Kovalev. Roy Jones knew who won the fight. And that's odd because usually he goes with the black American fighter. Like most of the people picking Andre Ward are black Americans. They're picking him, obviously, right? I don't know why, but they pick him. Either because they're biased or they actually think he does. Andre Ward does have skills. There's no doubt about it. He showed that he could survive, and he showed boxing skills. But it didn't even come down to boxing skills because Kovalev had boxing skills, and he was just the stronger and more powerful man, and Andre Ward couldn't deal with that. That was the bottom line right there. He couldn't deal with the strength and the power and the pressure of Kovalev. His boxing skills kept him in the fight. But anyway, Jim Lampley, he thought Kovalev, we all know who Kovalev won, really. So anyway, it's a shame, and let me know what you guys think. It's really, like I said, it's like Jesse Vargas winning over Pacquiao. It's pretty much like that. It's like, what else? There's many other fights where this has happened, and but like I said, not on the top level, but you see it happening on undercards and up and comers fighting each other. The favored one wins. Or it's funny though, when it comes to Canelo, he gets the favor. He gets the favor. He gets the what do you call it? He gets the whatever. He gets favored, right? And we've seen it against obviously Canelo Lara though. Canelo clearly won that fight, but if that was not Canelo and that was Kovalev, they would have gave that to Lara. I guarantee that they would have gave it, because Lara did shit in that fight. But since Canelo's the big name, they want to build him. He's the moneymaker. They're going to give it to him. So it's the same. In this instance, little different. American fighter. Never lost. I don't know, really. To be honest, Kovalev sells more tickets. He's going to draw a bigger crowd, to be honest. He doesn't have the personality, to be honest. And, it's not Ward's fault that he got the decision here. You can't blame Ward. The guy is good. He's got skills. He just couldn't deal with the power and the strength of Kovalev. He lost the fight. But I don't... Kovalev, you can't take... If Andre Ward obviously is going to think he won the fight, right? Even though he looked like he didn't think he won the fight until they actually said he won the fight. Then he thought he won the fight. But anyway, it was... you can't blame Ward, but you can definitely blame the judges. You can blame boxing. You can blame... for those fans who think Ward won, you can blame them. You can really get mad at them because they don't know what they're talking about. But don't blame Ward. He put up an effort. He survived. And what I expected, actually. I expected him to survive, but I wouldn't be surprised if he got knocked out either. But I knew that Andre Ward had the skill to survive just like Hopkins did. But yeah, it was just... I really don't understand. He doesn't have the personality of a Mayweather or someone like you know what I mean, like someone who has the flash and the cockiness. He doesn't have that. Nothing's wrong with that. It's just he doesn't have the personality, and he's not that exciting when he faces a guy like Kovalev. Maybe when he's facing lower opposition, he looks a bit better. He looks more action in the fight. He throws more punches. But against top-level opponents, he's going to be boring. And he doesn't have personality. So I don't think he's going to really sell that many tickets. And I think Kovalev's definitely the bigger fan base and sells more tickets. So I really... Maybe because he's just American, I guess. Or like I said, like there's definitely corruption going on, though. There's got to be. Drink my green tea. That's refreshing. Refreshing after an angry night, that's for sure. That ruined my night, the decision. And not because I wanted Kovalev to win. I just want to see a good fight, and I never like to see... I'd rather see Andre Ward win clearly than him win, or him win like this. I'd rather see Kovalev win clearly than Kovalev win like say if it was in the opposite, and Andre Ward clearly won, they gave it to Kovalev. I would be mad. Either way, I do not like to see this. And you've seen my videos, guys. You know I'm fair. I tell how it is. No biasness to white fighters, black fighters, Spanish fighters, Latinos, Asian fighters. I tell it the way it is. Whoever won the fight, whoever was the superior fighter, won the fight. There is no biasness. It's who is the better fighter. It doesn't come down to... Like, I don't have an agenda, you know what I mean? Even if I know Pacquiao lost, I would tell you. And, yeah. So, anyway, yeah, it was just, it was no good, the decision. And, yeah. Anyway, hopefully the fans see through it. We'll probably get a rematch, apparently. There's a rematch clause. But really, this is going to be like Pacquiao, Timothy Bradley now. And we all liked that trilogy, didn't we? If Kovalev doesn't knock him out in the rematch, or if the rematch doesn't even happen, I don't really care, actually, if it does or doesn't happen. I already know who won the fight. But if it does happen, it's going to be the same thing. If Kovalev doesn't knock him out, it's going to be the same thing. Exact same thing, so... yeah, so let me know what you guys think. Did you like the fight? And let me know your scorecard. My scorecard was similar to Harold Letterman's, but actually I gave Ward, I think, one more round than Letterman did. 2 at the most, but I think I gave him one more round than Letterman did. And I think I might have even disagreed on one he gave to Ward. I forget now, but I know for sure he gave a round to Kovalev that I thought should have went to Ward. But anyway, like I said, Ward didn't win the fight. Kovalev clearly won, superior fighter. And yeah, power up boxing, powering down. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.